Superintendent Colonel Paul Pride from the Ohio State Highway Patrol, Lieutenant Commander Norma Smihal from U.S. Coast Guard, Chief Bob Wagner and Detective Chuck Foriato from North Olmsted Police, and members of our investigative team from the Joint Terrorism Task Force. We have many other members on our Joint Terrorism Task Force that were not able to be here today, and we thank them for their participation. I'll turn it over to Steve Anthony.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? As Vicki said, my name is Steve Anthony. I'm Special Agent in charge of the Cleveland FBI. Just like to echo what Vicki said and thank all the partners for being here today, and of course recognize those that were not able to make this on short notice. The reason the Joint Terrorism Task Force works is because all the people to my left and right, and we are forever grateful. We're here today to announce the arrest of Demetrius Nathaniel Pitts, also known as Abdur Rahim Rafiq. Pitts has been charged in a federal complaint with attempting to provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization. Pitts was placed into custody yesterday, Sunday, July 1st at approximately 10 a.m. by the Joint Terrorism Task Force agents and task force officers. A criminal complaint sets forth in detail the facts and circumstances of the investigation and also the attempted material support charge. If you have not received a copy of that complaint, you will so at the end of the press conference. So again, that 30-plus page complaint includes a lot of the details of this investigation, but I think it's important to just spend a few minutes and to go over some of the highlights for you. So in 2017, the FBI received reporting that Pitts was making statements espousing his support for al-Qaeda and also his actions against particular United States entities, his violent intentions, including the armed forces. And as we typically do when we receive this information, we do what? We open an investigation. We check it out. And that's exactly what we did here. It was initially opened out of our Cincinnati field office because Pitts resided in the Southern District of Ohio. And it was also worked in coordination with the United States Attorney's Office in the Southern District of Ohio. So Pitts' statements of violent intentions continued to cause concern during the investigation as he expressed a willingness to conduct a U.S.-based attack and also his desire in wanting to join a foreign terrorist organization. His Facebook posts, quite frankly, were disturbing. They included verbiage that had words to the effect, "We as Muslims need to start training like this every day. We need to know how to shoot guns, throw hand grenades, hand-to-hand combat." An FBI undercover agent was introduced to Pitts in an effort to further determine whether Pitts was in fact a threat to national security. His extensive criminal history, including felonious assault, domestic violence, aggravated robbery, and carrying a concealed weapon, furthered our reason for concern. In May, Pitts relocated to the Cleveland area, and the office here in the JTTF picked up the investigation. Over the next several weeks, Pitts continued to express his radical ideology and his desire to commit violence against the United States. Just last week, during an in-person meeting with our undercover agent, Pitts suggested words to the effect, "I did tell myself that their holiday is coming up, the 4th of July, Independence Day. What would hit them in the core? Blow up, have a bomb, blow up at the 4th of July parade." During communications with the undercover agent, Pitts indicated he would travel downtown and conduct reconnaissance of Voinovich Park and the U.S. Coast Guard station for the purpose of taking photographs and videotaped footage. He further, the day or thereafter, walked downtown, all over the downtown, and surveilled these entities, Voinovich Park and the U.S. Coast Guard station, in addition to other locations that had previously been discussed. Additional conversations with extremely concerning statements of intentions made by Pitts are specified in the federal complaint, and they include topics such as hatred for the military, wanting to chop off heads and hands, and disposing of bodies. A final meeting occurred on Sunday morning, as I mentioned yesterday, where the undercover and Mr. Pitts had a lengthy conversation. Pitts again, on his own, expressed his allegiance to al-Qaeda, his desire to participate in a terror attack on July 4th in Cleveland, Ohio. His desire to kill military personnel